Wait, I just had an idea. Can I cheese the f out of this? Q bridge / disguise and then IQ bridge and see if anybody joins. It worked. Today we're talking about some stuff. I got promoted to admin, as you may have noticed in the first little bit of this video where I typed in chat to bait somebody in the link. And the official title is Admin Bridge Manager, which is crazy, it's really funny to me conceptually. And so I'm here, I'm doing this, I'm queuing this up. Point is that it's work. It's a lot of friggin' work to make like bridge maps and stuff. Because I've been like, so here's the deal. Here's the situation. I'm gonna be intentionally cryptic about this because I don't know like how much I'm allowed to share / the people involved would want me to share. So I'll just be real basic with the information. But basically, there was a Minecraft server that was going to happen, and then it never happened. And in that process, there was going to be bridge on this server, but there was never that server, so they made bridge maps, but they never ended up making these, the full thing, right? Point is that server was going to exist, and so there's a bunch of bridge maps, and that one of the people who were doing that server is now doing Minemen. So they have a bunch of extra bridge maps that they gave to Minemen. This guy is a sword player. They gave those maps to Minemen, and now we have them. And now, as the bridge manager, it's like my job now to like. No, he left. He rage quit. It's my job now to test out those maps and try them and do all this stuff. The problem is the maps that I had are really similar. Like all 5 or 6 or whatever, however many of them are really similar to each other. And it's an issue because, I want the game to be as fun as it can be, right? So that means that I want it. The main reason why maps exist in the first place is for the sake of variety. You know what I'm saying? So if I want variety, I want all the maps to kind of play really differently. So at first, I thought I was just gonna have to do like a couple, minor changes to the bridge maps, and then I'll be able to, throw them out on the server. But man, there's some significant, revamps I have to do of these maps, which is okay. It makes sense. The people who made the maps are builders. They're not, bridge players. So it makes sense that they wouldn't, they wouldn't make great bridge maps. Or honestly, the maps aren't even necessarily bad bridge maps. They're just very similar to each other, right? Point is that I have been. I have to basically fully revamp all of these maps. And another problem is that I'm an admin, but not like a dev. So that means I don't have perms to like take the maps and put them onto the dev server or anything so I can get them tested. Like you need to test a map, you need to play a map and test it out before you, fully do all this stuff. Point is, it's a whole thing, man, and I didn't expect it to be as much of a whole thing as it actually is, because it's like I have to go through the process of getting somebody else to set it up on the dev server, then I have to like get the maps tested not only by me but by like a couple people that I gathered up, and I have to revamp all these maps. And I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but like truly it's not just taking a map and like making some minor changes, it's truly revamping. Like I am taking these maps and like completely changing them into something they looked nothing like before, and then I'm gonna throw that to the builders and say, you guys make this pretty again, please. Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. I'm very happy to be promoted and everything. It's really exciting, and I think it'll be really cool. And I have really high, I don't want to say expectations, but aspirations for what I believe a 1.20 bridge could be. You know what I mean? I've said for a long time that bridge is the best Minecraft game mode, and I hold to that for a couple reasons. The big ones being the skill ceiling is ridiculously high. For something as simple as it is, it has, emergent gameplay and a really interesting gameplay loop, and the best players can do some really cool stuff, and it's just a cool game. I like bridge a lot at the high level, and it's also really good for the low level. Like people like you right now watching this, never played bridge before, hop on, you'll probably find it at least interesting. It's probably not great, because you might like duel some people who are, much better than you in the casual queue and they're in the normal queue or whatever. But that's okay, you know what I mean? Find somebody who's your own skill level, or hopefully they'll add some form of elo system to the casual queue, ideally. Like a really, light version of the ranked whatever. Point is, that it would be, you know, it's a game that is interesting at any level, as long as, of course, the players that you're playing against are at a similar what's the word? Similar skill level. Do I have to pull the Q bridge tactic out again? Maybe I go to EU servers. Maybe that's the play. It's 4 AM, by the way. That's why I'm having such issues getting queues. The point is, I have really high hopes for what I think 1.20 bridge could turn into. That's why you'll see me, you know, I've been making a lot of... This guy has so much ping. That's why you've seen I've been making a lot of 1.20 content and stuff. Because I really do believe in it. I think 1.20 bridge, if bridge is going to have, you know, any significant future, I think it's going to be in the latest version, just because I think it's still very fun in the latest version, and I think that... Oh, this guy's gonna get, like, caught. Okay, two things. I never ended up finishing my thought. Basically, the idea is the reason why I think 1.20 bridge has an awesome future is because I think that it's fun, and also because I think that it has, like, people getting into Minecraft are getting into the newest version, so there's more of a chance for it to grow, unlike what I believe for 1.8. Second of all, we need a jam session. Listen to this shit, bro. Boo, 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 doo, doo. Boo, boo, doo, boo. Boo, boo, doo, 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 doo. I still think it is very fun in the latest version, and I think people are sleeping on it, and I think that it's the type of thing where give it some time and give it some, you know, some people playing it and really giving it a shot, and I really think it has some significant chance to go pretty well. So that's why you'll see me. I've been pretty committed to it for the past little while. People ask me a lot whether I quit 1.8, which is a question that I feel like, you know, I've been given the same answer for years, ever since, you know, I got, for a while there, I don't know if you guys know, actually I realized maybe you don't, because I didn't really speak about it too much. I maybe spoken about it on stream before. There was a fairly, like, significant period of my life where I was fairly depressed and didn't really, like, that's why I didn't upload for a really long time, and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, point is that what is the point? People ask me then, it's like, did you quit 1.8? Did you quit Minecraft? And it's like, I feel like people have a really different view of what quitting is than to me. Because, like, quitting is like Bucky. Like, Bucky Barr, I don't know if you know him, he doesn't play. Like, he intentionally made the decision to no longer play bridge, play the game, because, like, it was, I don't know how much you know, is my story to tell, but basically the idea is it's too much to juggle, you know, what he was doing, like, in terms of, you know, forwarding his life and stuff like that. It was too busy to juggle that as well as being highly competitive and high level in a video game, right? And that was just too much for him to carry all at once, so he quit, like, he stopped playing. I've never quit playing, right? There was a significant period where I really didn't like it, like, I never liked getting on to play, but there's never been a point where I, like, got on, like, decided, you know what, I'm not gonna play bridge anymore, I don't like this game anymore. That's funny. People in the Mindmen queue are so funny, because, like, none of them are bridge players, and they all make such funny decisions, because they're like even on Hypixel, it's like usually the people that you queue that aren't good are, like, completely clueless, but people on here, they know how Minecraft works, they just don't know how bridge works, so they make the funniest choices, like, being... I just love it. I love it so much. So I feel like when people are asking the question, did you quit 1.8 or did you quit Minecraft? I think people are saying, are you like never gonna play it again? It's like, are you never gonna play 1.8 again? If that's the question, I'm gonna play 1.8 again, probably. There's a significant chance, like I haven't quit anything. Does that mean, if the other question is, are you gonna make any 1.8 content for the future? I don't know, maybe. I don't have any, like anything in the foreseeable future that I'm intending on doing, but I might at some point. Do I play it? Do you play 1.8 that often right now? No. No, not really at all, actually. I haven't played it since, like, before playing it recently against Nyx, who's a YouTuber, for a video of his. No, I haven't played it like at all. So it's just like, you know, the question I think is more, you know, people are more so asking, are you ever going to play it again? And the answer is probably yeah, I guess. But I really have my sights set on 1.9 right now. I think it's a lot more fun. I think it's a lot more interesting. I think, honestly, if anything, the skill ceiling in 1.9 Bridge is higher. Because the combat is so much more, you know, involved and interesting. And it's certainly different. It's certainly different, and but you know, I strongly recommend from any people moving over give it a chance, man. You know, like it might be frustrating, especially if you're just getting used to it. So play it against people who, you know, also don't know what they're doing in 1.9, right? Play it against some of your friends who have little, you know, not much experience in 1.9, and you'll definitely notice, wow, I suck. You'll definitely notice it being weird and different, and that's okay. You know, change isn't bad. Oh, change isn't a bad thing, right? Change is, you know, I was gonna say indebatably always good, but I think that's maybe taking it a step far. Wait, isn't it like a reasonable time for people in Asia? Like if I queued Asia servers, man, I'm just server hopping at this point. I'm busy. I've actually been doing stuff recently, which is pretty cool. Like I got all this Mindman stuff. I've been streaming. I've been trying to, you know, do YouTube again and you know, make shorts and make this video, and I have some other videos, you know, I don't want to say in the works, but well, I have a couple in, like, I have one actually in the works, and I have others in the maybe think tank is the best way to say it. Maybe delayed by other, you know, extenuating, I'm not actually sure. Circumstances that are out of my control, changing the circumstances of my position. I suppose the point is that it's like, I like it. I'm glad to, you know, be here and be active again and, be like doing stuff, and that's cool. That's exciting. I'm ready to, you know, to do more stuff. If you guys haven't seen my shorts that I've been posting, if you guys are shorts watchers, make sure and go check out those. If you're not short watchers, don't check out those because they probably are not super interesting to you. But some of them are funny, you know, maybe check them out, maybe see. You get there's the occasional gem intermixed. And definitely make sure to check out my live streams. I've been doing that. So if you guys want to see some of me live, I am usually live around like 5 PM EST, but it's really just not, it's not consistent. It's kind of just whenever the fuck I feel like. If I'm being so for real. Oh, also I made a Ko-fi. If you don't know what that is, it's like Patreon, except the split is the cut is better, basically. That's mostly what it is. But yeah, anyway, a little bit of a short one. I have a lot of stuff, you know, to talk about, but it's, you know, it's mostly just reiterating or going into more detail on what I already said. If you guys do want to support me, it will, the link to my Ko-fi will be in the description. Also, it's worth mentioning I have a variety channel that I don't really super upload on frequently that much, but like I do sometimes. So if you wanna check that out, you can go ahead and do that. But yeah, anyway, thank you for being cool and for being chill and for watching this. If you enjoyed, go ahead and I'm taking this quote from Michael Reeves. Go ahead and let this simmer in your subconscious for the next couple days. If you didn't, then don't do that. And yeah, see you guys next time.